Hello, glad to have you here on Aikido Virtual Dojo channel. And in today's video, we'll be looking at the technique Shomen'uchi, Yonkyo, waza. So Yonkyo is the fourth control, or the fourth application, coming after the first three, which are ikkyo, ikkyo, sankyo. You have Yonkyo. And we will start it from the basic Shomen'uchi attack to introduce this new technique. So let's go into the details of the technique. To begin with the footwork, we will enter, actually the first movement, we will enter with a irimi tenkam. So I will put my foot next to the foot of uke, turn around, and slide forward to get into the lock position. Now, after the change of the hands to grab the yonkyo, I let the uke come up again, and I use a tenkam to move behind the uke and get him down on the tatami. Then I follow him slightly forward into the position where I can do the pin, turning my hips. So we begin the technique with the Shomen'uchi connection here. In the static version, I am initiating the movement as a person doing the technique, but it can be also coming from a dynamic attack, and then Durward would be attacking me. So first thing is, as I cannot go in directly, I will put my foot next to Durward's foot, connect here into his center line, take the elbow, and circle around, just like we would do for the ikkyo technique. And from here, once I arrive here, I enter forward with my leg which is closer to Durward, just like on the sankyo technique. And from here, we will be changing the movement into the yonkyo, and we'll show it on a close-up.
Okay, so once we're in the lock position here, then we need to make the transition. To make the transition, we're going to come to the hand that's in the back and sliding a bit underneath, so we almost pick up the hand above the elbow. Okay, and this way, we have this angle here that kind of begins to spiral from underneath the wrist, the hand, and can spiral and make this first connection into the arm and the shoulder. After that connection, the hand that's at the elbow can slide down into a position, taking the arm and the wrist almost like a sword. So now we have this almost in a sword-like position, and we can move on from here to the takedown.
Once I have the yonkyo here, I want to connect into Durward's body through his elbow and his shoulder. So elbow, shoulder. Now I guide him up, or I let him get up, still keeping his elbow forward. If I release the elbow here, he can come back at me. So I want to keep the elbow forward, but I let him go up. And once he's almost standing up, I will turn again. So I will do another tenkam, pulling him with me here, opening the space where he can fall down. Once we get into this position where the partner is, the uke is on the tatami, on the ground, and I'm still holding the Yonkyo here. And now there are two things that are important. One thing is I want to be close enough. I don't want to be reaching from far away so that I'm not stable and I can be pulled. So I want a nice position here. And the second thing is the pin itself, I do it as if I was finishing a sword cut. So I have my base, and actually I'm moving from the hips. So I don't play here on the wrist, but I take a movement with the hips as if I was finishing a sword cut going down here. And one more thing that can help is I imagine that I'm directing the shoulder into the ground, into the tatami.
So as a bonus here, whenever we're doing this position, getting into the Yonkyo position, coming underneath, it exposes 4 different areas close to the wrist, either on the bottom or on the top. So in this example, it's the bottom of the wrist, the pulse of the wrist. And these 4 points on the edges here, 1, 2, and 3, and 4 underneath, are actually very vulnerable to the nerves. Okay, so once we get into position here, the knuckles of the hand, or these joints here, will be just in contact with those very sensitive areas. So if you get this position just right, then when you apply the Yonkyo, then you start to actually press a little bit against the nerve. So you get on your partner's nerves, literally. Bam.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.